to my educational travel blog presentation. I am Evangeline Archaga, and today we are going to explore how English for Specific Purposes, or ESP, is applied in the field of tourism and hospitality. As future tourism professionals, communication is one of the most important skills we need to develop. Tourism workers interact with international travelers every day, so English becomes an essential tool for giving information, assisting guests, and creating a positive travel experiences. In this presentation, I will discuss the following: the language needs of tourism learners, sample classroom activities, instructional materials, and the role of technology in improving ESP learning. So pack your bags and let's begin our educational journey. ESP, or English for Specific Purposes, focuses on teaching language skills that learners need in a specific profession or workplace. In tourism and hospitality, English is used in real-life situations such as welcoming tourists, answering questions, giving directions, handling reservations, and assisting guests from different countries. Unlike general English classes, tourism in ESP focuses more on practical communication and industry-related vocabulary. The goal is to help learners become confident and effective communicators in professional tourism settings. Tourism learners have specific language needs because their future jobs involve constant communication with people. First is speaking. Tourism workers need to speak clearly and politely when assisting tourists. Second is listening. Since tourists come from different countries, learners must understand different accents and speaking styles. Third is reading. Tourism professionals often read itineraries, schedules, hotel informations, and travel documents. Fourth is writing. Writing skills are important for email reservations and customer communication. Aside from these skills, learners also need confidence, cultural awareness, professionalism, and tourism related vocabulary. That is why ESP lessons should be practical and connected to real workplace situations. Now, in order for us to really understand, let's experience a tourism classroom activity. In this activity, students act as tour guides in Davao City. Their task is to create a short guided tour presentation for foreign tourists. Students must welcome the visitors, describe tourist attractions, recommend local foods, give directions, and answer possible tourist questions. For example, one student may introduce Samal Island while another explains how tourists can visit the Philippine Eagle Center. This type of activity helps learners practice English naturally through realistic tourism situations. Instead of just memorizing grammar, students learn by communication and solving real travel-related tasks. Another activity that is related to tourism is role-playing. In this classroom scenario, students practice conversations between tourism staff and foreign tourists. For example, a tourist asks for directions to the ferry terminal, and the student responds professionally and politely. Role playing improves speaking confidence, pronunciation, listening comprehensions, and spontaneous communication. It also prepares learners for actual workplace encounters where they must respond quickly and clearly. For my ESP instructional material, I created a tourist assistant worksheet. This worksheet focuses on communication situations in tourism. It includes vocabulary, useful expressions, dialogue activities, and speaking practice tasks. The material was designed to help learners communicate more confidently with tourists. In developing this worksheet, I first identified the needs or common language situations tourism workers experience. Then I selected a practical vocabulary and simple dialogues that is appropriate for the learners' proficiency levels and appropriate for their needs. I also added interactive activities to encourage active participation instead of passive learning. This material supports both communication skills and workplace readiness. Now, in terms of technology use, it has become a powerful tool in ESP instruction. In tourism education, digital platforms make learning more engaging, interactive, and realistic. For example, Canva allows students to design travel brochures and tourism advertisement. YouTube also provides authentic travel videos that improve listening and speaking skills in tourism. Google Maps also help learners practice giving directions and understanding locations. There is also quizzes that makes vocabulary practice more fun through interactive games and quizzes. Meanwhile, platforms like Zoom and Google Classroom support online collaboration and communication. Overall, technology not only improves language learning but also develops digital skills that tourism professionals need in today's generation. Next is innovation. It is important in ESP because it connects learning with real professional experiences. Traditional lectures alone are not enough in today's time for tourism learners. Students learn better when they actively communicate, solve problems, and use technology creatively. Innovative teaching methods increase student participation, confidence, creativity, and communication skills. Technology also allows learners to experience authentic tourism situations even they are inside the classroom. As future tourism professionals, learners must be prepared not only linguistically but also digitally. So, in conclusion, tourism or English for tourism purposes helps learners develop the communication skills needed in real tourism workplaces. Practical classroom activities prepare students for authentic interactions with tourists and guests. Carefully designed instructional materials also make learning more relevant and meaningful. Finally, technology enhances ESP instruction by making learning interactive, accessible, and engaging. As future tourism professionals, effective communication and innovation will help us provide better experiences for travelers around the world. Thank you for joining my educational tourism vlog presentation. I am Evangeline Archaga, signing out. While preparing this presentation, I encountered several challenges. One challenge was creating activities that felt realistic and engaging for tourism learners. Another challenge was selecting technology tools that truly support learning and not simply entertain students. However, this experience helped me realize that ESP instruction becomes more effective when lessons are practical, interactive, and connected to real life communication. I also learned that students become more motivated when technology and creativity are integrated into the learning process. Most importantly, I realized that innovation plays a major role in preparing learners for the demands of the modern tourism industry. All throughout my presentation, I learned a lot, and I also developed a lot of skills, and I learned a lot.